bodybuilderinthailand.com, testosterone, the essence of masculinity, is an illegal drug. It's an illegal drug. What makes the male species exist is a controlled, illegal substance, testosterone. Anabolic steroids are bad. What are anabolic steroids? Testosterone. You know, I hear a lot of times females say something like, I'm talking about hater females, say something like, "Oh, you little bitch, you little bitch, you don't have any balls, any balls, steroids." You think I don't have any balls? You don't have any ovaries, bitch. You've been taking your steroids since you were like 14 years old. Your estrogenic, progestogenic steroids, your birth control pills, you've been taking them almost your whole life. You fucking hypocrite. Another funny thing I hear is women, guys post. This is something that, you know, us guys who are, you know, we're bodybuilders. We know, we talk. You know, when us guys that use testosterone, when we're walking and we see another guy, you know, that uses testosterone, we give each other the nod. It's just a thing we do. So sometimes these guys, you know, that are new to it, you know, they will, and obviously these guys have some issues, you know, with putting pussy on the pedestal, because they'll come to us and say, my girlfriend is telling me I've got to stop taking roids or else she'll leave me. Well, first off, don't call them roids, man. Don't call them steroids, because yes, that is what they are, but that word has been completely twisted and created into something that it's not, okay? From now on, I want you to always, whenever you talk about birth control shot, birth control pill, birth control injection, birth control implant, I just want you to call it steroids, because that's what it is. They are estrogenic, progestogenic sex steroids, okay? Women take steroids. Most women in the USA, most Western women take steroids, okay? So all you Western women that tell men, don't take steroids. Steroids are bad. Fuck you. You're a hypocrite. Stop taking your fucking birth control steroids, bitch. All right. So how did this begin in the first place? How did this begin? Well, the U.S. government commissioned the construction or the development of Dianabol in the 50s. The U.S. government wanted that so that they could give Dianabol, the most popular steroid of all time, to their Olympic athletes. All right. Later, the Russians, as they were winning in the Olympics, the Canadians who beat the Americans in the sprinting Olympics, Carl Lewis was beaten by Ben Johnson in the 100-meter dash. You know, they tested positive for steroids, and that was publicized. Well, the Americans were on steroids too. The Americans developed the most popular steroid of all time to give to the Olympic athletes. Everyone in the Olympics is on steroids, guys. I don't know if you know this, and you know, you're probably, if you're not in the know, you know, if you're not in the bodybuilding scene, if you're not in the enhanced, performance-enhancing drug bodybuilding scene, you probably don't believe it, and you think that I'm insane or something for saying this, but yeah, everyone on the Olympics is in steroids. They take steroids, they take insulin, they take human growth hormone. There's no exceptions. So, it, as a American, being the good guys, oh, we're gonna ban those bad steroids. Those cheaters use steroids in Canada. Those cheaters in Russia. Those communist reds used steroids. Americans are morally above it. who invented the most popular steroid and most widely used steroid of all time? Diana Ball, Diana Ball, Diana Ball. The US government invented it to give to their Olympic athletes. Diana Ball, D-Ball. Yeah, yeah. The US government invented Diana Ball, the most widely used and popular steroid of all time. Well, Congress. Okay, we're not talking the FDA. We're not talking a medical agency. Congress, in the early 1990s, decides we're gonna have to put a stop to this masculinity. This was really when feminism, third wave, I think that's what it's called, was really getting popular as well. We're gonna demonize steroids. Those cheating Canadians, those cheating Soviets. So they devote 8 days out of their calendar year, which they only are in session for like half the year, guys. So that year, all of Congress stopped talking about all the laws, and instead they talked about the steroid problem, the male problem. What are steroids? What are steroids? Steroids are the essence of masculinity. They're all based off of the testosterone molecule. What is testosterone? It is the molecule that differentiates the male and female fetus, because we all start unisex in the womb, and then when testosterone kicks in, it changes the unisex fetus into a male. It's also what makes you turn into a male at puberty. So, what are all anabolic steroids based off of? They're based off of that testosterone molecule, the male molecule, the essence of masculinity. Every single one of them. So Congress voted, they decided they were going to take 8 days to talk about exclusively the male problem, the masculinity problem, the essence of masculinity, the chemical of masculinity, the problem. The problem of masculinity must end now. No! Yeah. And they asked for medical association input. They asked for FDA input on what should be done about these substances, the male substance that athletes are using, that President John F. Kennedy was using, that hundreds of successful businessmen, athletes, entrepreneurs have used throughout, from when it was invented in the early 1930s until now, because those guys that are up high get it prescribed by doctors now anyways. The elite have access. And they decided, okay, we'll get some input from these agencies, surely they will shut this down. So Congress had the medical associations, the FDA, all come and give their input and advice. And the input and advice was, these should not be controlled substances. Anabolic steroids should not be controlled substances, was the advice from the FDA, doctors, and medical associations to Congress. After 8 days, Congress decided to make testosterone and its derivatives, analogs, illegal controlled substances. They had an agenda. They were hoping to get it backed by medical associations. Medical associations and the FDA to make it sound legit, but it backfired on them. But they don't give a fuck because masculinity isn't popular and testosterone is evil. So they made it illegal anyways. And that is how testosterone, the essence of masculinity, became illegal. That's how anabolic steroids were demonized. To learn the truth and the red pill about masculinity, bodybuilding, and men's freedom, go to bodybuilderinthailand.com. Learn the truth about bodybuilding.